When what him and the sponsors have assembled, you'll be pretty impressed. I'd like to welcome now onto the stage the team bike and the designer of the team bike, Don Thomas from Genesis. So as we've mentioned, this is a completely unique project. It used to be that bikes were steel and that was the material of choice. We then moved into the carbon era, and as a result of this project we are going to see the first team back on steel bikes racing, not just in the British peloton, but this team is an international team and they will be racing internationally on steel bikes. Dom, a very special day for you. Steel is making a comeback. What does that mean to you?
It's quite loud, sorry. Yeah, it's amazing really. I mean, I suppose as a brand for Genesis, first and foremost, we are a metals brand. We don't use carbon, mainly because it's the work of the devil, but we concentrate on metals, mainly steel throughout the range. That's really what we build our brand on. And from a design perspective, it's really material that I know how to design with. Like I couldn't really design the carbon fibre, it's a completely different way of thinking, but steel is a much more utilitarian design process, the way that you lay the tubes up, and combining that with geometry and all the other aspects. It's something that we specialise in, we've done for a long time, and that's the finishing product of it, obviously.
What does it mean to you to have steel bikes in the British peloton with this team of riders that will present shortly?
Yeah, I mean it's an amazing opportunity. I mean, for me as a complete steel enthusiast and total purist, it's going to be amazing to see in this sort of race scene of carbon and high-end alloy bikes to have a steel bike, which is really an amazing heritage material that was being raced in the 80s by all the great riders. To have it back racing with all the new design that's gone into it to make a truly competitive steel frame bike, I mean, it'll be just amazing, especially if we're winning races and opening people's eyes to what. I mean, the main thing is it's just such a timeless product. It's just going to wear beautifully. You can use it all season round. So.
Now, way back when bikes were bikes, we had the Reynolds badge on pretty much every bike that anyone ever bought, and the bike is made of the Reynolds tubing.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's not just a standard steel. It's a very, very special material, Reynolds 953, which is the flagship within the Reynolds range. And it's different because it's obviously a stainless steel, but the key is its strength is just unbelievable, and that strength is really why you can take so much material out of it. When in the middle of the tubes, it's literally 0.4 mil thick. It's it's wafer thin, but it's still incredibly strong. And without the help of Reynolds, this project wouldn't have happened. There's lots of firsts on this bike. The top tube and various tubes are all custom for us. So
great stuff. Now, the bike is going to be developed over the course of this season and beyond, with feedback from these riders, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, previously we do all our testing ourselves, and myself and Albert and lots of the staff at Madison that we all ride. We kind of test them to ourselves, but this is a different kettle of fish. And I'm not a road racer, and really we need the feedback of people who are racing bikes to tell us if it's stiff enough, if it's too stiff, if it's comfortable enough, if the geometry's right, all these different things. And touchwood, they've got some great comments backstage, they're all absolutely loving it. But it's a work in progress. We're halfway through the project, but later on this year we'll bring the bike to market, and it will look basically to this, but it will be perfect. It will evolve into the best steel bike probably in the world, I would imagine. So
great stuff. Well, it's a great day for you, it's a great day for Genesis, and it's magnificent to see the team bike that the riders will be racing on this season, but they'll also be debuting the team bike tonight in the IG London Nocturne as well. Don, thank you very much. I know you're going to take a seat. Please pass the microphone to the next person behind the stage in a second.